The universe as we know it today is one of the greatest mysteries of science. Its sheer vastness makes it impossible to explore thoroughly, and the presence of dark matter and dark energy keep 95.1% of the universe hidden from us. Therefore, the universe that we see and understand so far is only about 4.9% of the entire picture. Nonetheless, we have come a long way in understanding the universe and have recently made some great discoveries. The methodology to do so, to understand the life of the universe, its beginning, growth and end, is twofold. The first method is utilizing science, where observations, theories and experiments are central. The second is relying on religion, which utilizes faith and revelation. However, out of all the world religions, Islam complements science the most, contrary to popular belief. In fact, science strengthens faith as far as Islam is concerned. For instance, the Quran contains scientific knowledge that was not discovered by science until recently, a clear proof of its divine origins. In 1929, a scientist named Hubble made a startling discovery. He noticed that light coming from other galaxies was red-shifted. This means that the frequency observed by Hubble was less than the actual frequency with which the light was being emitted from the galaxy. According to the Doppler effect, which is the observed versus the actual frequency of a wave emitted from a source moving relative to a person, like a siren on an ambulance approaching and then going far, it meant that the galaxy was moving away from Earth. This led to the theory that everything in the universe is moving away from each other, consequently expanding the universe in size. This discovery was made possible through the use of powerful telescopes and other equipment. This equipment was not present during the time the Quran was revealed in the 7th century. Still, the Quran accurately stated this scientific fact in the following verse. The heaven, we have built it with power. Verily, we are expanding it. Heaven here refers to the sky and by extension, the entire universe. The word expanding is clear. God is saying that He created the heaven and sky and is expanding it, as discovered by Hubble almost 1400 years later. Consider the Big Bang Theory, perhaps the biggest controversy in the science versus religion debate. This theory is a direct consequence of the expansion of the universe. If the universe is expanding as we know it, then if you turn back the clock, it will keep contracting until the universe was just a single point. In physics, that point is known as the singularity, an object of extremely high density. The theory states that the entire universe came from this point when it exploded Big Bang and split into numerous pieces. Many religious people do not believe in this theory because they say it contradicts the fact that God created the universe. And also, science has not been able to determine where exactly the singularity came from. Islam brings these two together. Yes, God created the universe, but He did it through the Big Bang. The Quran says, the heavens and the earth were a joined entity, and we separated them and made from water every living thing. Here, joined entity refers to the singularity, and the separation refers to the Big Bang. The part about every living thing being made from water is also scientifically accurate, as we know today. This is a clear indication of the Big Bang, given 1400 years before modern science determined how the universe began. Again, this is proof of the Quran's divinity, as in the 7th century no one could have even guessed as to how the universe was born. The orbit of the sun was discovered in the 17th or 18th century, when scientists realized that the Milky Way was like a spinning disk. Amazingly, the Quran stated this fact 1000 years before science discovered it. God says in it, and it is He who created the night and the day, and the sun and the moon, all in an orbit are swimming. Planets are either rocky or gaseous, depending on how far they were formed from the star. So the basic idea is that both stars and planets start off as gases, and after some processes become celestial objects. This fact was mentioned in the Quran 1400 years ago in the following verse. Then He directed Himself to the heaven while it was smoke, and said to it and to the earth, come into being, willingly or by compulsion. They said, we have come willingly. The word smoke refers to the gaseous clouds, from which stars and planets form. Verily, in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the alternation of night and day, there are indeed signs for men of understanding. men who remember Allah, standing, sitting, and lying down on their sides, and contemplate the creation of the heavens and the earth with the thought, Our Lord, not for nothing have you created all this.